We're here at SEMA in Las Vegas 2024, and we're gonna look at all of the Broncos in the show, and we're gonna pick our favorite. Stay tuned to see which one we pick. This is one of my favorite trucks, and it's the paint. The paint is absolutely amazing. It's a House of Color pink pearl that she had custom mixed. It's cut and buffed. She sprayed it with a DeVilbiss paint gun. She's got a Rampage top right here. She stuck with this Hink and Black theme and carried it throughout the whole truck, even underneath it. Also, she went with the Super Swamper tires. The thing on these rims that's so cool is they have hearts in them, but the story behind these wheels are you can't find them. The hearts are from Hooker headers. If you remember, they used a heart as their logo. These sets are so hard to find. They're like $2,000 if you can even find a set. Then you have to restore them. Other things I like that she did on the truck, she has powder-coated black mirrors and door handles and trim. So everything's either this intense fuchsia pink or it's black. What's really incredible is that she sanded it and repainted it herself. And for a first time paint job, this is absolutely insane. It's SEMA level paint. Here's a really cool Gen 6. I love the graphics on this thing, almost Jurassic Park feel, but it's crazy. It looks a bit like a zebra. But on the front of this truck, they have a DV8 bumper, a winch, multi-LED. You've got a Pro 6 up top. You've got the body kit on this truck, which just looks amazing. It's front and rear flares. And then we're in the Maxxis booth. So of course, it's got the new Maxxis Razor MT tires. My favorite thing about this truck is its Velocity Blue. It's probably my favorite Velocity Blue Bronco here at SEMA. I'm gonna show you a few things. The best thing I'm gonna say for the end, I love black and blue together. It is such a cool combination. This truck also has carbon fiber all over it. We have an ARB bumper with an integrated light. It's like smooth and sort of fits with the grill, really matches that shape. You'll notice on top, it's got a carbon fiber insert for the Braptor, and then we've got carbon fiber flares. My favorite thing about this truck overall is the advanced composites carbon fiber door that they painted. They left the carbon fiber black and then they painted the blue, and that's just too cool. Here's another one of the Anderson composite kits. This is the one they're more known for. It's the really wide fender flares that guys are running when they're running 37-inch tires and bigger. These are Hercules TIS off-road tires. What's really cool about this truck also is the paint. It's called Cyber Orange. It's not yellow, it's Cyber Orange. We're in the Tire and Wheel Hall, South Hall, and we stopped by the Coates booth. If you haven't seen our video on the 79 Bronco where we inspect the entire bottom of the truck, click on the link below. What's really great about this truck, it's got the vintage light blue and white, baby blue color scheme, which everybody loves, with the white roof. These are 20-inch Fittipaldi rims mounted on these new Delinte Bandit XTs by Century Tire. Color matched electric steps down here on the bottom. I love the pinstriping in the handwritten Bronco instead of an emblem, but look at the front of this truck. It's absolutely gorgeous. I found a 66 Bronco. It's not just any 66 Bronco. This one is finished to the nth detail. I can't wait to show you this. It's a Wimbledon White Bronco, and at the end, I'll show you what I think is the best part of this truck. We have a Coyote Gen 4X engine. These are super hard to get. They make tons of power, more than you'll ever need. The builder has named this truck, and it says Pure across the front. It's RMD Builders. They're out of Long Beach, California. We've got the big steely wheels. We've got like a Freeway Series chassis. Just little details. If you look at this trim, it's actually 1966 trim that's been machined out. Come on back. They've made their own logo, and then look at this rack. They made the most amazing rack that also is at the same angle as the windshield. And when you look inside, this isn't just the trim that you buy stock. Every piece of trim on this truck has been chrome plated. Another thing is the roll cage. I love chrome, and this cage is actually chrome plated. This is a Wimbledon White truck. It's almost all Wimbledon White, no color except for chrome, which is my thing. A few other details, and this is just so over the top. Every single nut and bolt on the exterior is engraved. with the company's name. We've got an original Ford Bronco tire carrier that swings out, and on the inside, this mat that they used is this new poly mat. It's woven. You could spill red wine on it and it will come out. But look at the detail in here. This is Moore and Giles leather. It's actually a perfect match to the Wimbledon White. Here's a brand new Bronco, a new company, a builder. This is called Alchemy. They do custom everything on this truck. There's so many things. I'm gonna try and show you everything. Starting at the beginning, a Megazilla, not a Godzilla, but a Megazilla, has over 600 horsepower. And they have their own paint colors. You buy this entire truck, you pick your paint color, so it's like a custom builder, but yet they're a manufacturer. This is called Eternal Flame Orange. What a great name. I wanna show you a few other things, because there's nothing stock on this. This truck is 14 inches wider, so 7 inches per flare. It's got steel wide body fenders that were actually CNC shaped. Of course, you gotta have wider axles and everything. It's got a custom chassis built that has coilovers all the way around it. I wanna show you these wheels. These are forged line wheels that are custom made for this truck. You'll notice it's a 6-bolt pattern also, and they've got their own offset so that it's perfectly flush with these wider fenders. But let me show you a few more things. Inside this truck, we have a really neat metal console that actually matches the original floor pan and works into a steel box, and everything just sort of flows and works, just like a regular Bronco. Now, this is their 2-door model. They have 2 more models coming out. One of them is this one, which is absolutely killer. It's a 4-door, and yet it has a full roof. So it's a 4-seat pickup, kind of like the original U14 Bronco. Back here, they've made their custom bumpers, custom mount. They have their own cage. You can see below here, they've got the full coilover suspension. They're also making a 4-door that you've probably seen a few before, but it's got their own chassis. It will be a wide body. It's similar to the one that Dennis Carpenter makes. The only other thing I didn't mention is it has the 10R80 10-speed transmission, and this company's created something new, hence the name Alchemy. It's up in the running for maybe my favorite Bronco at SEMA. We'll see at the end. In this United Pacific booth that we're in right here, I found a really nice 69 Bronco. It's super original. They worked with white and gray, so the palette has some black added to it. So they blacked out a lot of the trim and things like that. The interior has really nice, like 3 tones of gray on the inside. Looks like they have a stereo or subwoofer box here in the back, behind the back seat. I also really like these fuel wheels, and they added this ring around it. It's basically a beadlock ring, but it makes it look a lot like a Gen 6 wheel, but then they flush into the truck. This is an uncut Bronco, so you don't see many of them. A lot of people are just cutting those up and raising the arches. But this truck is super nice. The interior that's black is this diamond stitched interior. They've got like an original GT500 wood steering wheel and some really nice things on the inside. I just like a clean black and white truck, and this is a really sweet, uncut 69 Bronco. Here's a Gen 6 that I especially like because it's sort of the look that I wanted. They went full Big Ole on this, so it's sort of a tribute to Big Ole, but it's fantastic. They've got all the lights. They've got the KC Pro 6 on top. They've got extra lights. They've got the Advanced Composites 2-door kit, and with this metallic gold, it just looks amazing. BF Goodrich All-Terrain TAs. These wheels right here look like vintage early Bronco wheels, but they actually fit a Gen 6, so they're 6-bolt, and they have a little bit of a dish. So these are slotted mags, highly polished, look great. So this one has upper control arms. It has all sorts of billet components. It's got the Bilstein 8112s with the giant reservoirs that are fully adjustable, but this is a turn 14 kit. They call it turn off-road, and they did front and rear suspension on this Big Ole Tribute Bronco. And here we are in the Rhino Rack booth in the West Hall at SEMA. We have our final runner-up for my favorite Bronco. This thing is amazing. It's this incredible orange, but everything done about it is almost like period correct. I think the thing I love most, it's in its natural habitat. They've got the chrome around the headlight grille, They've got the molding on it, original looking fiberglass fenders. You saw the inside. It has this amazing orange houndstooth. So it's very much like 1969 to me. Unless you don't like orange, this one says Orange Crush, and I love orange. So the final thing to do is for me to make up my mind on which is my favorite Bronco at SEMA, and this one's making it really hard. Let's wrap it up and I'll pick my favorite. Okay, it's been 4 days. We've looked at every single Bronco in the show and I've narrowed it down to 2. My 2 favorite Broncos were the 1966 white Bronco, all Wimbledon white inside and out, and the second one is the orange Bronco that was in the Rhino Rack booth. So before I tell you which was my favorite, comment down below and tell me which one was yours. So my favorite Bronco was the orange one in the Rhino Rack booth. There was so much orange. It was Orange Crush. We met the builder. There's a fantastic story about it. If you want to hear more about that story on the orange Bronco or see other parts of the SEMA show that we're creating, subscribe and like below, and thanks for watching.